Shrines and mausoleums differ from mosques in that they're popular places of pilgrimage for Shia Muslims who come to pray directly to these descendants of Muhammad. The atmosphere is overwhelmingly spiritual. The bones of the imams or their family are kept in a sarcophagus or zari, and to touch this gives prayers increased potency. The countryside surrounding Shiraz has an ideal climate for living outside and has long been the home to various pastoral nomads whose way of life, sadly, is becoming an anachronism in the modern age. However, we've come and are spending some time with a couple of families of Qashqai nomads and hoping to find out a little about the way they live.
میتونی برایم توضیح بده درباره این زندگی شما هستین این چیزی ها رو
توضیحشونه که هینه یاریم او یاریم وکو تمناری بفی دوی زنی درفی شوریم ممون ردی کنیم کارمون همینونه.
Even though all my friends said, why are you going there? It's dangerous. You know, what are you going to see? Are you going to buy carpets? I said, of course not, for God's sake. You know, there are so many things behind it. So I see every day what I was expecting and even more. And it's really pity, and I think it's a terrible thing, that, because I'm a journalist myself. So I know how media manipulates with the images of countries and cultures, and it's so wrong.
It's a very nice country, and you know, offering a lot for tourists. I think it's, Iran deserves to be more visited.
In Isfahan is the nicest city. I think it's one of the nicest cities, and I like it, the north part of Iran too.
What do you think of Shiraz?
I like it very much. It's a very nice city.
Yeah. What do you like
and
about it?
The best one is Persepolis.
Have you've been to Persepolis?
Yes. Oh, 3 times.
For many Iranians, the remains here at Persepolis, or Takht-i Jamshid as it's known here, are the most meaningful historical buildings in Iran, and the reason for that is that this is the ceremonial center of the Achaemenid dynasty, which was one of the most successful and powerful civilizations of the ancient world. The construction started in about 500 years BC by Darius the Great and was used as a place in spring, probably, where all the subject people from this vast empire would come and pay homage and give gifts. And you can see this revealed very well and in some detail on the reliefs on the stonework around here. 200 years later, in 300 BC, the arrival of Alexander the Great from Greece saw its defeat and downfall very rapidly, because he arrived, swiftly defeated the Persian armies, and then in some sort of fit of pique here at Persepolis burnt this entire place to the ground, and that really was the end of this dynasty there and then. He removed from here tons and tons and tons of gold, literally truckloads of gold, probably on camels at the time, and he used that to finance the rest of his campaigns for the next 10 years of his life before he died, on into the east, further on towards India.
Regardez, il y a des parties qui sont plus brillantes que les autres parties. Voilà, même les aveugles visitent Persepolis. Bon, ils sont.
We see the other side of the medal of this country, and this is so surprising, so amazing in terms of human dimension.
The point of view of culture, of literature, friendliness of people, that is really amazing.
This wonderfully rich sense of love of literature and the integration of art and literature, and how that infuses in the soul of so many Iranians, and how that forms their need to express themselves in beautifully sophisticated metaphoric fashion. And I find that just a new color in the rainbow for me. It's beautiful.
When the Greeks razed this centre to the ground, they left the city of Pasargad, which was the city of the founder of this empire, Cyrus the Great, untouched. And the reason for that is their respect for him was so great as a ruler, and so they moved on and they didn't touch it.
For us, it's the basis of our culture in Europe.
Yes, it is.
And if you are interested in history, then you realize that things that have passed here, history and all these monuments have to do something with us.
After death, the bones of the Achaemenid rulers were placed in these rock chambers high up above the ground, after they'd been picked clean by vultures. The abstract concepts of heaven and hell were developed by Zoroastrianism, and consideration for nature is central to the religion, with importance given to earth, fire, wind, and water at different times of the year. To the north of the Alborz Mountains lies the green and verdant Caspian Sea region, with a reputation for being more secular in character, but more importantly where Iran grows rice, tea and oranges, the everyday staples of most Iranian homes. High rainfall and rich wetlands and coastal waters make the entire area productive for both fishing and farming.
We're just outside the town of Lahijan in the Caspian coast, which is the centre of Iranian tea industry. And as you can see, it's very, very green, and it's hot and it's humid. And the Caspian is really, I think, the Iranians' favourite place in the whole of Iran to come on holiday.
Marseille is one of the UNESCO World Heritage Sites in Iran. A little village perched up on a hillside surrounded by jungle, which is a Persian word incidentally, or forest, and often snowed under in winter, but warm and sunny for the rest of the year, and it's still very much alive and lived in.